HELIOS Tarot Forecast for the month of July, year 2017. I'm B.R. Newman, and this will actually be drawn specifically for your astrological zodiac sign, so pay close attention. And also check out Andy Botticelli's Starry Teller Forecasts through the link below. If you want to see the astrological side of things, it's fascinating how it all lines up so beautifully each time. And also check out my website, IamHelios.com. Consider all that I offer there, personal readings, courses, etc. Alright, other than that, let's just get right to it. Alright, Capricorn, here is your 5-card tarot spread for the month of July. Now, this is a kind of condensed version of the Golden Dawn spread, which has 15 cards. These 5 cards do carry the same themes. So we have a central theme, 2-dimensional timeline options, a past section, and a fate section. In your central theme, you have the 10 of discs. Now, the 10s in tarot are all directly related to Malkuth on the Tree of Life, which is Sphere of 10. It's the actualizing plane, the realm, the world, the karmic result, the kingdom, whatever you would like to call it. And as manifest through discs or earth, this is actually inner and outer wealth, infinite resources, total security. However, it points to the paradigm in which we have to sacrifice freedom for the sake of security. So this is so much wealth or so much weight, so many attachments to resources that we begin to fear the loss of them. We fear disconnecting. We fear change. We become rigid. We become stagnant. And we become just less able to experience the wealth that we do have. It becomes quite contradictory, a bit of a paradox. So you can gain pretty clear sight on what exactly this tarot spread is speaking to by looking to the areas of your life that carry themes of rigidity and stubbornness and stickiness, attachment, and so on. So to get out of that, to transcend all of that, you can go about doing this one of two ways, taking one of two doors. One is the Hanged Man, which is actually sacrificing yourself and giving it all up, giving it all away, letting all of it go in order to gain a new perspective. The Hanged Man hangs himself. He's hanging upside down to give him a different angle, a different view, and usually he's depicted as happy, pleasantly, just sort of satisfied with the choice that he has made, because he's gained some kind of higher knowledge. The Hanged Man is associated with Odin in Norse mythology, who hung himself from the tree of knowledge in order to gain the wisdom of the universe through the understanding of the runes. But he had to, make a great sacrifice. So sacrifice is a strong theme here. So when you have something like the 10 of discs in your central theme, talking about, attachment to resources and wealth and so on, and then you talk about sacrifice, you could pretty much assume that this has to do with giving that up, or at least giving up your attachment to it, letting it flow out as fast, if not faster, than it flows in, allowing maybe for, more sufficient access to the stream of wealth that it came from, placing yourself in the center of the flow rather than to the side, collecting and gathering, consolidating. You can kind of feel that out and figure out what that's all about. On the other side, you have the Princess of Cups, which is a personality type. It's one of 16 court cards, which all correspond with 16 Myers-Briggs personality profiles. In this case, the Princess of Cups, it lines up with the Introverted Intuitive Feeling Perceiver, or the INFP. So this is somebody with strict personal values who seeks inner order. So this is the companion to the Prince of Cups, which is the ENFP, which is extroverted as opposed to introverted, which is a personality type that sort of is seeking satisfaction outside of themselves a bit. Optimistically, though, extending themselves into the world, seeking harmony, seeking creative inspiration, and so on. Well, this INFP seeks all of that within. So this is somebody reserved, somebody idealistic. And so this is a dimensional timeline upon which you embody this personality type. So if you find that you are naturally extroverted, or you find that you like to solve problems out there, or by establishing systems that solve problems out there, then this would be the dimensional timeline in which you shift something to go within and do some inner work. Maybe resolve some of the trauma that's blocking you from receiving the kind of abundance that would naturally flow out. That's maybe, making you feel like you have no choice but to hold on to things for the sake of security, sacrificing your own liberty in the process. If this is a personality type that you feel is quite in line with you as you are, then this should be a very easy transition. You don't have to give everything up. You simply have to do some inner work. It's not about outer work. It's not about giving up the physical things themselves, or even necessarily surrendering your attachment to the physical things themselves, as would be implied by the experience of the Hanged Man, should you choose that. But this has to actually do with not making any physical adjustments to on the plane of circumstances or on the plane of resources or material wealth, but actually seeking inner peace, adjustment and modification on the inner plane. And perhaps this would involve going really deep, doing hypnotherapy or EMDR or something of that nature, where you actually go deeper than you normally would with your conscious mind to sort of rewrite some of the traumatic experiences of your past that have been perpetuated throughout the years as seemingly externalized events or conditions that are setting you up to feel victimized, setting you up to feel disempowered. So this then, therefore, would be a process of empowerment, taking back your power. And so you see that you have the Prince of Cups in your past, as it is. So this is a personality type that you have likely embodied, or at least has been a motivation. You have been a person who seeks creative inspiration out there, who has sought fulfillment, who has desired to set up systems that allow you to consistently access sources of inspiration. So awareness of this journey is innate in you. It's in your deep past. It's here in one of your dimensional timeline options, the alternative only being giving everything up and sacrificing everything and trying something completely new, which, though, quite often very productive and fruitful, may not be what you require. It just may not be necessary. It really comes down to something as simple as that. So, of course, we have to consider what this is all leading to. You have the Knight of Discs in your Fate section, and of course that corresponds with one of the Myers-Briggs personality profiles, and that would be the ESFJ, the extroverted sensing feeling judger. This is a very thoughtful, very generous personality. This is somebody who, has good interpersonal skills and relishes in the act of giving. Somebody who's very eager to please and gracious, and who's like a host and hostess of the world, right? So this points to the direct response to the Ten of Discs. Giving, allowing the energy to flow out. So you can see again, the Hanged Man path is not necessary because it is essentially going to happen anyway. So the real work must be done within, through the Princess of Cups. Seek inner order and inner peace, and the circumstances and conditions will align in your favor so that you can allow yourself to access more generosity. But do not take this to imply that you are not generous at all. This may in fact be generosity directed at yourself, giving to yourself for a change. Whatever it is, it's allowing energy to flow out, allowing resources to flow out where they usually just get stuck. So again, look to the areas of your life that tend to pull things and stuff and sticky circumstances and rigidity to them, and you can expect that this is where the change is going to occur. So yes, change is coming. You might find yourself giving more than you're used to, but you also might find yourself quite satisfied with that, because it's going to alleviate a lot of pressure and lubricating your gears. So that about wraps us up. So thank you so much for listening and for watching. Don't forget to check out my website, IamHelios.com, and consider all that I have to offer there, especially if you would like to take this so much deeper than we have here. Thank you so much. So much.